Look at it, so very easy. My name is Laura, and today I want to make myself a bouquet of flowers. And this bouquet of flowers will never die because it's machine embroidered. So this is going to be my bouquet of flowers. It is an embroidery file from OESD, and it's freestanding. They had one last year which was really cute, but I really love those daisies. Now, when we are looking at a project like this, we do need to consider our supplies, and each of them really do hold a different place. The first thing we need to do is prepare our fabric. Even before we get to the machine to embroider it, our fabric has to be right. And a good base to start is applique and fuse. Now, what this is a fusible web. It has paper on one side and that fusible glue on the other. This takes our shape and puts it where we need it to go. And it also helps stabilize. And then it goes into a form. So this is a very heavy stabilizer. That stabilizer can stand on its own. So these two things together is what's going to give it the structure and the form so that it just doesn't flop over. After we have done the structure, we do need to applique the flowers. Now the flowers, we do not need something as heavy as this. So we could use something like soft web. We can trace our designs out here and stabilize the fabric as we trim around. That stabilizing is going to help give the fabric some body, and it also helps prevent it from fraying. Once the fabric is prepared, then we get into the hooping. So they really are two different things. So I've taken that one shape that I need and I have transferred that shape. Now I'm going to be able to iron it right onto this fiber form. And that's really going to give it that body. Once that's fused on, we're going to be able to cut out that shape. So I have these two ready. I now can get my hoop ready. We do not want to see any of the stabilizers, so we're going to use a wash away. We have Badge Master, and then we have Aquamesh. Those two pieces are going to be treated as one. This is ready to go to the machine now. So the first thing I'm going to stitch is that placement line. Now I'm going to be able to put this form on. Peel. This is a sticky surface, and I can reposition it to make it exact. Now the next thing to go on is this fabric. Now I can do my next row of stitching. Now I'm going to be able to finish it. This is all stitched out. It's done. So I have the dirt and the bottom done, and they do not need to be reversible, and neither does the vase pieces. Now it comes so that there's two panels in that file. We are going to need a total of 6 of these panels, and I'm going to start with those placement lines. Now I can take that form, peel and stick in all of the positions. From here, I am going to have all of my fabric with that soft web. I'm going to stitch and trim. By just trimming that off, you can see where it really helps prevent those threads from undoing. So all of my 6 pieces are done, and these are the ones that do not have to be reversed. The flowers are going to have 2-side applique, so it's going to be looking good from both sides. We are still going to need 1 piece of that form. So we're going to outline our shapes, peel and stick those forms down. Once those forms are down, we're going to be able to get our fabric. I do have it stabilized, so I'm going to be able to peel that off, and I'm going to tape it on the front, and I'm going to tape a piece onto the back side. Then I'm going to be able to stitch around. I now am going to be able to trim the front and the back and work on this equally. So for every flower I put here, I will need to put one on the back, and I can just tape them in place and stitch around. We do need to trim the fabrics always from both sides as we move forward. Once the embroidery is all done, we're going to trim roughly around the outside, and then we can rinse it all with some warm water so all that stabilizer will dissolve. But we do need to poke some holes first. There are some areas that are going to have these little eyelets where we're going to be able to poke out. Now, of course, we can cut them by hand and we can get tools that pop them out, but there is a really nice tool to do that job with. And what's nice with it is you don't need a hammer, and it has all sorts of ends. Put that over the little mat and then simply push down. There we go. We have that hole. And rinse it. And then to dry it, I do have a nonstick Teflon sheet that I'm going to place these front side down. And I'm just going to let them dry. Now that these pieces are dry, we do need to press them. Press them so you're pressing from the back side, and press them on a thick pressing sheet. Having that thick pressing sheet means you're not going to crush all of that beautiful embroidery. Once these are pressed, we are going to be able to put them together. There is a recommended order to put them together. Number 1 is the last one, so we'll keep that aside. Take number 2 and place it so the right sides are up. Take number 3, and it's going to go so the right side is up. Number 2, we're going to flip, put the right side down, and we're going to be able to slide that in. Now when we open it up, the flowers are equal all the way around. From here, we're going to put the dirt in. So these little pieces are going to fit into the bottom. Now, we're going to put the top of the vase on. Once those are all attached, attach all of the sides. Once those are all done, we're going to be able to put on the base. Our daisy topper is now done, and it does stand. Now, if you want, you can shape this a little bit. If you have a handheld steamer, you can steam it and shape it if you want to change the vase shape, or you can just spray it with a little water and then let it dry. So from this to this, we have a beautiful bouquet of daisies that we can sit on the table or perhaps mail it to a friend. And the fun part about doing these type of projects is you're able to use whatever fabrics you want and whatever threads you want. So you can customize them to look very different. I'll put some links in the description to the OESD file if you would like to check it out. This is about 10 inches high, and it was a lot of fun to make. Thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under So Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a spectacular day. Bye for now.